Really? And what's that down to?
Hi, Adrian Fryer here, professional at TrueFit and today's Golf Elite instructor. About 11 years ago, I wrote one of my first articles in today's Golfer magazine here, and this was from June issue 2002. And in this particular issue, we talked about a complete approach to driving, which you can download with this newsletter. What I'd like to do today is see whether those things I spoke about over 10 years ago still hold true today if you want power with your drives. So the first thing I talk about is that you do need to have the correct swing path. And I want to explain to you the importance that has on the club and your impact and how that's going to increase your distance. So one of the important things that you need to do if you're going to drive the ball long and straight is to produce a neutral arc. A neutral arc by definition is one where the club head approaches the ball from inside the target line, travels straight and square briefly through impact, and then orbits off again. So it's in to straight to in. We're trying to avoid a glancing blow coming across it. That's going to cause slices, or a blow that conversely comes too much from the inside. So ideally a nice neutral blow where it's approaching from the inside, travels straight, then orbits back again. So in the next section of this feature I talk about the power channel. What do I mean by that? Well, that's really just a kind of fancy word for swinging the club on the correct plane. Why do we need to swing it on the correct plane? Well, that's important because the plane of the swing will ultimately affect the path. If you come off plane, you're chopping across it. If you come under plane, you're chopping across the ball. So what we're trying to do here, the shaft of the club establishes in our plane at address, and we're trying to swing within this channel, this notional channel here that the shaft forms, delivering the club down on this channel here. That's going to deliver it squarely into the back of the ball, giving us the most power. So how can we find that channel once we've established it at address? Well, you need to understand how your shoulder operates. Many club golfers will throw their right shoulder way forward here, jumping out of this channel. If I place the club on my shoulder here and make swings where I'm rubbing my right shoulder down this plane, this gives me a feel for the correct motion of that right shoulder dropping under the plane here rather than piling right over the top. I now need to gather some leverage in the swing as well. When we swing back correctly, we actually gather angles in a good golf swing. So as we swing back, we form angles between our left arm and shaft and right wrist and right elbow. If we reverse this, I call this the box here. Imagine if you had a box of cereal or something like this trapped in this area. What you have to learn to do is drop this box with the spine tilting slightly towards the target. This drops this angle along, so it's conserving all that power, all that leverage, and then your rotation is going to throw it out. So the rotation would feel like this. I talk about the split hands drill. You separate your hands on the club and get the feeling of dropping the box, then letting that angle go. Drop the box, then let the angle go. So you'll get the feel of creating some angles, storing them, and then using them and letting them go through impact. That's going to really unleash that power and give you a lot more authority in your strike.